Okay, when this part is cracking like that, okay, that's called spalling. It really doesn't hurt the structure. It's not going to get any better either. This handrail doesn't really cut it. 4 more steps. These steps are not dimensionally uniform. Coming in, looks like a one-time. This is a duplex. This is the doorbell button. The doorbell doesn't work. We don't have a door knocker. This is the front door. There's lots of gaps. We're missing a screw and the hinge plate right there. Looks like that hinge plate's loose. Get in here. This will scrape your knuckles too. Opening this, that'll scrape your knuckles. So, just heads up on that. The weather stripping is all messed up. The threshold door gasket's missing or torn off. And you see this damage right here in the floor? I can't tell you this, but it's reasonable to assume that this is termite damage. But I can't identify it, it's just too old. So we don't really know that it was termite damage. Coming on along, this is the thermostat. Fan works. It's too hot in here to turn on the heater. I'll try that in a little bit. It's electric heat. The indoor air handler looks like it's in pretty foul condition regardless. Door's loose. Barely latches. We do not have a striker plate. No striker plate. Coming along here is your mail slot. Single pane aluminum frame windows. No window screens. Missing a lot of window screens. Single pane aluminum windows. I haven't tested that one yet. I didn't realize he was there. We will. So we got 3 smoke alarms. Okay. Missing 2 luminaries. We're in the bathroom. Again, no door stops. It's door latches. I didn't try this. Why not? Don't remember trying it. Works. GFCI in the bathroom. Huh. Will not reset. Failed under testing. Reset. There it goes. Door stopper, the sink stopper popped up. It doesn't have a perlator. That's an overflow drain to some people. It's not required, by the way. And the drain's disconnected. The sink's not hooked up. It's not working. Commode. It's too close to the wall. It doesn't have a escutcheon plate. Flush is fine. Now, this bathroom, the light switch is outside of the door. So you could be in the bathroom and people would just be clicking like crazy. Another thing is this ceiling light sconce is not rated for wet locations. It's too close to the bathtub. And vent fans are not required in bathrooms. Windows are. And if you don't have an operable window, then you should have a vent fan. So, but this window isn't operable. It's been painted closed. That's why I called your attention to it on the exterior wall tour earlier. Those are balanced cords. It's all painted. This one's missing. This bathtub has been resealed, refinished. The drain stopper is not present. When this was installed, it was okay, but you shouldn't have separate hot and cold because you could accidentally scald yourself. And then this splash back. Okay, this is, I guess that's wall board. It's water rated, but this is tile. This is your splashback, and it comes up about a foot, 12 inches. I think 9 is the minimum. And I'm not sure, but I am sure that it's missing here around these faucets. It's mounted in pretty good. We'll see some more about this, all of this, and this ceramic tile. We'll see more about all this when we go underneath. Moving on along. Currently, this is an all-electric home. This is the stove. That square in the ceiling, that's where that vent pipe is in the attic video. Anytime you have a countertop landing that's wider than 12 inches, you should have an electric receptacle outlet, and of course you don't have one. The one over here works. How about that? I may not want to reset. Let's see what we're going to do here. Screwdriver in the car. Kitchen sink. We don't have garbage disposal. What's happened here is the cold water, both waters are disconnected. Both waters are disconnected. Kitchen sink's not working today. Kitchen window sealed. There's a flat pancake box like in the other closet, but I can see wires up in that one. Here's your space rack. Coming on along. Okay, that's plastic. When you replace this window light, this door light, the glass should be tempered safety glass. And this door doesn't latch. We have this metal door here. That's your security. We're in the laundry now. Laundries aren't required to have vent fans. We had a little water leak right there. It's 3-prong electric and it works. I haven't tested this one though. I've tested most of them. There's some water stains down there. We get that in the laundry. No grounding, no GFCI. No grounding. You're supposed to have grounding and GFCI, both in the laundry. One of those should be blue, or one of them should be green, or something. But there should be some differentiation between hot and cold, which there isn't. I missed that today. This door, all this floor feels soft. This feels soft. We've been talking about this already. You secure this door. It's just ready to be bolted up, man. It was one time. We're not messing around here. This is the water heater closet. They should not be used for storage. What we got here? What is that? Just shear cracks? Termite activity if I can find it. I don't like it. Shear cracks. Behind the water heater here, see all that unidentified organic substance? I can't call that mold. I cannot call it mold. I'm not a biologist or a microbiologist, environmental specialist, but that's what it is. It's a fungal growth. Water heater's 11 years old. They last about 10. It's 40 gallons. The water supply lines to the water heater are supposed to be insulated. Those are thin lines too. There's thin lines. That's going to affect your water flow. It's supposed to be insulated. The TMP is supposed to be insulated. It doesn't go outside, so it goes into the crawl space. Improperly goes into the crawl space. We do not have a care and use manual. This is the electrical. We do not have electric service disconnect. There's the data plate, 2010, 40 gallons. Does not have a safety pan. TMP is not insulated. These lines aren't insulated. These puny little lines are not insulated. Does not have a safety pan. I think I saw it outside. Hang on. Got rust forming on this thing. See all that rust forming on that? Those rust globules. So this sucker's about ready to go. Here it is. There's some ants. No? Oh, must have been yesterday's job. This is vinyl. All the vinyl's torn up here. Missing another screw in the hinge plate. That's, can't tell. Sheetrock screws? Maybe not. Coming along, see this damage in the floor right here? We don't know. They think it might have been termite damage. Door handle's missing. This is kind of an interesting little room. I'm not going to shut that door. I'm crawling out that window. All this was an add-on, or most of it was an add-on. So where I'm going with this is, and I will in just a moment, closet doors, cracked window. These wooden windows don't work. The aluminum windows do, double pane and single pane. So that's screwed in. The screws should be sealed so the water doesn't get into your wall system. I'm going to measure this roof ceiling, make sure it's tall enough. I'm missing a window pane altogether right there. That one's missing. That's a glazing putty. That's actually some good ones. I've seen others. Gas lines, there's no gas to this house. The gas line's not in use. Should be capped off. Moving on along, somebody created, this is a sitting area. Somebody created another sleeping area. But this window is not large enough for emergency egress. So if there's a fire, I imagine somebody would squirrel out of that, but it's not large enough for emergency egress. A fireman can't get through this window with his oxygen and his fire suit and all that. Nobody can come in here and save you. Hopefully you can get out. I know some people can't fit through that. Quite a few, actually. That's my stuff because I'm getting ready to go down. There's the crossways. There's another gas line, should be capped off. What's that up there? Oh, no big deal. No biggie. Moving on along. Stepping up into the vinyl kitchen floor, back down. We already talked about that monster. He needs to be replaced, no doubt. We could itemize everything that's wrong with it. And I'll mention a lot of it, but it's not safe. Not safe at all. Back in here, coming along here, this is the front. This is the house that faces south, remember? So this is the northwest corner. This is more wood damage. And again, water damage. Maybe there's a window air conditioner unit there. But we're thinking, termites do live here. We are in North Texas. So it's pretty much, there's the insulation in the door. Pretty much, I'm supposed to put this down. But what I really kind of want to talk to you here one more time about, we're kind of going to go back through here. I can't see it enough. You're not here. So, get my notes out. I'm not an engineer. I don't pretend to be an engineer, don't want to be an engineer. I'm a home inspector, a blue-collar schmuck, if you will. That tradespeople use, sometimes we use some pretty cool equipment. And I use a zip level, which is electronic. I measure the floor height elevation differentials. That's what I do. I don't calculate slope. I don't calculate load. I don't do any of those things. I've got some guidelines that I use to help make a reasonable determination about things. And I haven't been in the crawl space yet. So, there's some of these things are pending. I'm about to. So, what I'm looking for in guidelines by measuring the floor is no more than 1 inch of floor height elevation differential within 10 feet. That's humongous. That's gross. And no more than 2 inches floor height elevation over the entire footprint of the home. So those are some guidelines that I use to help make determinations based on other observations. Well, in the back room, in this room right here, Okay, I'm getting more than 2.5 inches of floor height elevation just in this room, not within 1 and 10 feet, not 2 inches overall. Between this room, there's 2 inches, over 2.5 inches of floor height elevation differential. This room, over 2 inches floor height elevation. When I include this room to it, I'm getting over 3 inches of floor height elevation differential. I'm way downhill here. That's uphill over there. When I include this room to it, I'm getting over 4 inches of floor height elevation differential. That door's closing on its own because we're leaning down this way. Over 4 inches just in these last 3 rooms right here. Now that's an addition. So I can back 2 inches out. I still have 2 inches in this half. So we come along in the kitchen, and there's more than 1 inch just in the kitchen itself. There's over 1 inch differential of floor height elevation. And then we come over here, and we're pretty much in the original house. Coming over here to this last little corner over here, to that high corner right there, actually. And this high spot right here in the middle of the floor, I'm getting 3.7 inches of floor height elevation differential just in this original structure right here. And take it all collectively, and I do not do calculations for floor height adjustments. I do not do calculations for room additions. But collectively, still, we have over 4 inches of floor height elevation differential overall. 4 inches overall. Over 2 inches over there. Including this room is 3 inches. Including this room is 4 inches. The kitchen's over 1 inch itself, all by itself. The original house is 3.7. And then all of these other measurements fall within the differential I measured going into this area. So to say this house is level would be an understatement. And we're going to see what's underneath. I'm going to see what's underneath. It doesn't have to be level. My house isn't level. My house has about 3, to be honest. It's 2,500 square foot flat. I moved into it 25 years ago. It hasn't moved a bit. It's a slab, but slabs move, but my cracks haven't changed. My doors haven't changed. My house is always crooked, but this is not my house. My house isn't for sale. You shouldn't have to live like me. We're looking for stability. So if this house is stable, well then it's just crooked and stable. But it is way, way crooked. It exceeds guidelines that I use daily. And engineers tend to agree with me more than they disagree with me. But some of them do. Some of them disagree with me.